Hi, it's me again, and I'm a bit late to the party with this one because I've actually had this information since Augusty time, early September, and I've been sitting on it because it's quite a big document, and I frankly couldn't be asked to go through it just yet. I couldn't find the time to go through it all and highlight the bits I was interested in. Now the papers have jumped on it, beat me to it. I could have finally beaten the papers to an article for once in my life, but I didn't. So let's take a look at it, and then we'll have a chat as always, shall we? Great value! Britons choose to keep paying £159 licence fee after BBC experiment. Households in certain parts of the UK have chosen to keep the TV licence fee following a recent BBC experiment. So as I said, this was a thing that went on. It was a marketing agency called MTM that were paid by the BBC. So there's your independence for the study gone out the window anyway, to do this. And they studied 70 households. I've got the full document here, look. It was released in August 2015. I'll put it in the links below. You can have a read through it yourself if you want. And I am going to do a better video about this once I've read this whole thing, because I've been sitting on it. It's 52 pages. I just don't have the time to go through it, to be honest with you. I just haven't had the time to go through it. But there's some interesting bits in here. So let's have a look at the newspaper article, and then we'll have a look at a couple of bits that I found this morning in the press release thing, which I should have read months ago. I could have finally beaten the newspapers and getting an article out there. And then maybe they'd have quoted me instead of me quoting. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's read on. A study commissioned by the BBC cut off access to services provided by the public broadcaster to 80 homes. That's weird, because in the document I've got from the BBC themselves, it says 70 homes. This includes all vital services from the BBC, including telly, radio, apps, podcasts and online for 9 days, including 2 full weekends. Just under 200 people had to go without using the BBC to see whether their opinions on the licence fee would change as a result. Now, I don't want to spoil the surprise of what's going to happen in this article, but let's remember this article was commissioned and paid for by the BBC. So which way do you think these households have gone? Oh, this was one of the bits that made me laugh the most about it, because I can't really tell you what I do for a living, but I do some similar things to this where we have to pay people to take part in things, okay? And I work in the IT part for that. But this one made me laugh, look. For their time taking part in the experiment, the test subjects were awarded the equivalent of the licence fee for the days they went without the BBC. Overall, this came to £3.90 for each participant. So you're taking part in a very important study, and they're going to remunerate you £3.90 for your time. No, I wouldn't have done it. Well, I couldn't have done it because I don't have BBC services to cut off. But it just doesn't seem like a lot. So I can't tell you what I do for a living, but we do things similar. We pay a lot more than that. So upon analysis of the study's results, 70% of participants who admitted they were sceptical of the BBC or who would prefer to pay less changed their opinions and said they would continue to pay the licence fee. So let's take a look at the actual document then and see what that says, because the way they word it is you can make it do anything you want, in my opinion. So to this end, 70 households in the research from 15 locations across the UK comprised those that initially said, given the choice, they would prefer to pay nothing. That was 24 of the households. Only pay less than the current licence fee for the BBC, or be willing to pay the full licence fee or more. And then the results for that, the results showed that after 9 days without the BBC, 33 out of the 48 households said at the start of the research that they preferred to pay nothing and did not receive the BBC or would pay less than the current licence fee, were now willing to pay the £2.80 a week. This equates to more than 2/3 of those households who changed their minds. And 21 out of 22 households said that at the start of the research they would pay the full licence fee. But you can use numbers and statistics to prove anything, and they can be spun around. And let's not forget MTM, who are a pretty pucker company. I did a little look at them. Look pretty pucker that do this sort of thing. And the BBC paid them, I would imagine, a fair chunk of change for that as well. So, I mean, you want to trust it, you can trust it. Or if you're sceptical like me, I don't know why I was born sceptical, I just was. I don't always trust it. I can't see it. I know it's just me. There are people out there that can live without the BBC services. I am one of them. And many of you who watch this channel do so as well. So maybe my thoughts on the whole thing are skewed. Maybe I believe people can live without the BBC because I've seen it in my small community that we've built here. But maybe that's not the truth. Maybe people do need the BBC. I don't think so. I don't think it's that. I think this is... I mean, the fact that this all came out in the papers yesterday, right? Every paper's carrying this yesterday. Today is the 28th of April, right? And today and yesterday, it's all over the papers. But this was done. I've had this document since the end of August. So why is it coming out now? What is it the BBC buried in the bad news section of the paper to put this out for a positive spin? I don't know. Or is that just me being sceptical again? God, stop it. Having spent time without the BBC, these households changed their minds because they missed the BBC much more in their daily routines than they anticipated, felt that the BBC has unique content and services that they could not get elsewhere, realised that the BBC provides a high level of quality versus the alternatives which they had not previously appreciated before it was taken away. Yeah, if you want to read the rest of them, go back a bit and pause it. Or say, I'll put a link to this document so you can have a look. You can have a look for yourself. But I don't know. I don't know where it missed the BBC much more in their daily routines than they anticipated. That would only be the case if you were addicted to televisual crack cocaine, i.e. soap operas, and you liked EastEnders. You would miss that. I get that. But you'd get over that. You know, it's an addiction and you can get over that. It's fine and you'll find something else to enjoy. Felt that the BBC has unique content and services that they could not get elsewhere. Have they not heard of UK TV that shows all the brilliant old BBC sitcoms? Because many of them were brilliant. Fair credit where it's due, right? Or Netflix, where there's loads of BBC shows. You get most of it elsewhere. You can get most of it elsewhere. Realise that the BBC provides a high level of quality versus the alternatives. Really? Really? I don't know. Mate, let's say, maybe I'm skewed. Maybe it's me that's wrong here and everyone else is right. It's possible. It is possible because I seem to be fighting a losing battle with stuff like this. All right, but in your opinion out there watching this video, does the BBC provide a high level of quality versus the alternatives? Do you think BBC shows are that much better than what you get on ITV, Channel 4, Netflix, Disney+, all of that? Yeah, probably Amazon Prime, because most of the stuff's on there. Oh, and Apple TV, which is completely useless. Why you'd pay for that, I've got no idea. But, yeah, I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way. Unless you like antique shows and gardening and country file, there's better stuff elsewhere, right? Surely? Maybe not so Britishy stuff. But ITV does Britishy stuff. Channel 5, Channel 4. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I want to go through this whole document. I haven't been through it all yet. We're still on page 3 there, you know, and I need to read it all so I can come to a proper conclusion and try and pick it apart to find out what's wrong with it. I'll go through all the statistics they've used, I'll pick them apart, and I'm going to do it properly. But I wanted to talk about this today because loads of you sent me this. I must have been sent this 150 times yesterday or today. Yeah, madness. I'm sorry I couldn't reply to you all saying thank you for sending it to me, but I got tired typing the same thing in the end. So I thought I'd just talk about it and then you can see. So if you did send me this as a link in an email, thank you for sending it over. You persuaded me to talk about it. So let's have another look at the actual article on the Express, see if they mention anything we haven't talked about there. With the results of this experiment, many in the BBC will be hoping that the government will be convinced that the licence fee should remain. Well, that was the whole reason you conducted the experiment. It wasn't for a laugh, was it? It was so you could get some evidence that people love the BBC and can't live without it and they want to pay their licence fees. Speaking to the Eye, a source from the BBC said, "We know from our audiences, whether it's fearless reporting from Ukraine, a love of Strictly, World Cups or turning to Bite Size, that a universal BBC has a unique place in UK life." So there you go. Make of that what you will. Like I said, I'm going to find a bit of time, hopefully this weekend, and I'm going to go through that big document with my highlighter pen, and I'm going to try it and pick it apart as best I can. And hopefully next week I'll bring you a better video about this rather than just quoting the newspapers who, you know, they don't care. They just want filler. They just want filler. And it's sent by the PR agency of the BBC to the Express to give them a bit of filler. So they just copy and paste it, don't they? So I'll go through it properly and we'll try and pick some holes in it and see what's really going on there, eh? Well, congratulations for making it to the end of the video. Quite a long one and quite a lot of me ranting and moaning. But that is what I do in most of the videos, to be honest. Have a bit of a rant, isn't it? If you like me ranting and you haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button below. It doesn't cost you anything. Keeps you up to date with the latest videos and helps this channel to grow. And also, don't forget to leave your comments. Let me know what you think about this. Whether you think they're just doctoring the numbers, or you think there's something fishy there, or you think they should have been paid more than $3.90 for participating, which I personally do. Let me know all of that in the comments below. And I'll see you in another video again soon. Thanks for watching.